Thank you. Hey, wait. What were we doing? Manufacturing, is it? Yes. There is a third boy. Absolutely. I knew. Hey, wait. And how many have not done? Take it. I'll give you one more lecture. Thank you. One more lecture to finish it. Wait. Wait. What was the homework? Tell me that first. How many questions you both didn't write? And how about you? जाइए adjoining room ले लीजिए. Come quickly. Did you do the homework? हाँ, join. जल्दी जाओ, लेके जाओ इसको. Keep the bags here. हाँ. What was the topic that you three have done? She's joining for the first day, is it?
No, sir, I was there for the first lecture, but not for the second.
Why then? Sorry. क्या है? लड़की को दे रहा है या और कुछ उठा के फेंक रहा है? Boy, sit and take it and then. Hey, my dear, what's the last topic that I have done?
So manufacturing identities like agro-based, IT and electronic industries and mineral-based.
You have completed that, is it?
No, you have given that table for us.
Table for you. Yeah, what I'll do, she is very active. Every time when I come, 5 minutes before you check the assignment of everyone. And give me the notebook silently, as if you are giving your assignment, okay? And write the names and done के लिए D लिखना, not done के लिए ND लिखना. And आप चुपचाप रहना. आपका book हमेशा इधर रहना. As if I am correcting, then I will slowly pick up. Then they will understood. They will be quiet. When मेरे absence में, they'll do some activities. That's the topic.
They now only completed 2%.
No, that's what. Topic, last topic. Classification we have done. That is also not identities, manufacturing industries. Advertising. We know the best of students are identities. Why textile is done? Jute is not done. Textile में cotton है ना? So we are into agro-based industries. Okay, and उसमें first one, if I say, I'll put a Roman. So it is textile industry. Within textile industry, we have to do two.
Textile and jute.
Correct. This is what we are going to do. Am I correct? So इसमें A आएगा cotton textile, and B will be jute textile. Am I correct? Okay. So put the heading exactly like this, so that we start giving certain introduction. By the time your friends come in,
I'm supposed to continue from this.
where did you left, my dear?
I didn't start it.
Take the help of your friends. They give her some locational identity where she was left. But how suddenly you vanished? Because that's what I seem to be seeing you, but not to be seen you. What's your name?
Ananya.
अनन्या. देश पांडे ऐसा मैंने कुछ बोला ना. अनन्या इसका बच्ची है ना, उसका नाम क्या, वो एक्टर का? अनन्या पांडे. करेक्ट. Thank you. So only Gauran missing. Kaushita Vishal, music. Oh, you are Kaushita. And Rajwardhan, the tiny fellow.
My white.
Oh, Droni Kamlesh and Patil. And Anish Ashish is that fellow. And where is Ananya Shivanand Chand? Okay, now let me just explain. So when we talk about agro-based, we only have textile, or we have one more industry. We have one more which is called the sugar industry, correct? So why do I say these two are agro-based industry? I told you, one line you have to write. What are agro-based industries? What will you say?
They are naturally connected to.
Naturally connected. What is that?
Like industries.
Ananya, you try, my dear.
You obtain them from nature,
Hmm.
like
You
the goods.
write that question in your notebook first. 1 mark, straightforward. What are agro-based industries?
What?
What are agro-based industries? Industries whose raw materials, industries whose raw materials are directly from agriculture. Industries whose raw materials are directly from agriculture. Example, raw cotton, inside the bracket what do you write? Agriculture, right? ये लिख देना. Then what is it? Finished cloth. What is that? Industry. समझ में आया? और एक भी लिख लो. What are mineral based? What are mineral based? And now who can tell me, are those industries are those industries are those industries whose raw material are mainly minerals? Are those industries whose raw materials are mainly minerals? Example, raw iron. Raw iron. Droni, you come forward. Being a tiny person, why do you hide behind these two girls? Come forward. बराबर है ना? Raw iron, put hyphen, you write finished iron and steel.
So example
Raw iron, put an arrow mark and write finished iron and steel.
Finished.
Iron and steel. If I ask you what is chemical industry, what are chemical industry? On these lines. Bolo, bolo.
Those industries which mainly contains
Contains chemicals.
goods, raw material.
Raw materials are chemicals. Come on, come on. Which are mainly involved in the manufacturing of various industrial chemicals. Finally, go. What are chemical industries? What are chemical industries? Are those industry which are mainly involved in? Are those industries which are mainly involved in manufacturing and processing? Manufacturing and processing of several
And processing.
processing, not processes, and processing of several industrial chemicals. Okay. Manufacturing and processing of several industrial chemicals. Now you look into the board. Now you tell me, is textile industry an agro-based industry? Yes. But textile में सिर्फ cotton नहीं आ रहा ना, और भी तो आ रहा है. Is jute a agro-based industry? Jute plant. First of all, you know what is jute? What is it? That gunny bags that we make use of. India is leading producer. Bangladesh. India is the second. Do we use jute bags? Yes, it is. Normally in the ration shops, majority of the jute 2005 policy was there. So when anybody try to test you whether this is raw agro based, this is raw, very simple. How is then sugar industry and agro based? Raw material is sugar cane, simple, and sugar cane comes from agriculture. Let us read by the time these crooks come. What is on page number is it? I'll tell you, it is on page number 150. Okay. Let us give it to Ananya only. You have the volume here?
Yes.
Keep the volume ready, start reading.
So page
150 is here. Carry on. Oh, it is there agro based, right below.
textile industry.
Ah,
The textile industry occupies unique position in the Indian economy.
okay.
It contributes significantly to industrial production, 13%.
Underline the first line, unique position.
So we are done with it.
Oh. Then where are we then? Importance किया है?
So we have to problem faced and review.
Okay. Then problems faced is page number 152. Right. So let's start with that. And what is that person? I asked you to come forward. You started yawning early morning 7:30. Yeah, Ananya, read.
Problems faced.
Hmm.
What are the problems faced by the cotton industry?
Okay.
Although we have made significant increase in the production of good quality, long staple cotton.
No need. Go ahead.
ab-
Wait. She's coming. She'll do it. The need to import is still felt. Only underline there is a need to import. Oh, come with one book. There is a need to import. Hey, you know what is the staples of cotton? Normally in India, we have three staples. You know what are staples are? Have you seen this cotton trees are? ये रहता है ऐसा ट्रीज में रहता है लॉन्ग मीडियम एंड शॉर्ट स्टेपल. So this is a long staple cotton, medium staple cotton, and short staple cotton. Normally this is understood as the best cotton. This is not so good. Normally this is used for our garment factories. Okay. And this is normally used for this mattress. You know what a mattress? Yeah. And this is also some coarse cloth. So now we have this quantity less. Is it a problem? Yes, it is. So what are we doing? We are importing. Importing which cotton? Importing which cotton? Long staple cotton. That is point number 1. 2.
Obsolete machinery.
It is obsolete. Say.
Obsolete.
Once again.
Obsolete.
It is obsolete. Write down there only. Outdated. Old and outdated. Obsolete. Go ahead. Wait. She's writing. Obsolete.
Which is not in stock.
No. Those machines which we started using after 1947. So obsolete नहीं मालूम है आपको. अभी you are buying a mobile. Are you? So always you check the updates. Why? बहुत पुराने हैं सर. वो तो पापा यूज करेगा ना. मैं तो updated version यूज करेगा. Then we say what is obsolete. India and Pakistan were beginning one. When partition took place, all the cotton growing region went to Pakistan, and all the cotton mills came to India. I mean, do you think India can grow the cotton in 1 month or 2 months? It will take some time. But Pakistan, sir, वो तो गरीब उस दिन से था और आज भी है. Can it start cotton mills? It cannot start. So that was the what do we can say dilemma of India's partition. The officer who was called in to draw the line between India and Pakistan, he was not at all aware of the geopolitical conditions of India and Pak. तो आज तक वो प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है ना. अभी पता नहीं ये प्रॉब्लम और कितना साल जाएगा. If I am saying I am trying to draw partition between two places which I am well acquainted, I am knowing it. But a person all the way from London came in. Hardly it took I think 3.5 to 6 months. Studied the geography line bana ke chale. Is that well justified? Anybody Punjabi here? There is one Kartarpur corridor. Suna at least? What is Kartarpur corridor? It is the holiest place of the Sikh. In fact, they believe that Guru Nanak birthplace is that only. Oh, Pakistan में है.
So Pakistani.
They do not allow Indians to go there. And
Some
Sikhs,
Indians.
I think after 2014, I think 16 or 18 में Modi with great dilemma made convince the Pakistani government कि हमारा यहाँ से regular visitor उधर आएंगे करतारपुर corridor.
Now only they started.
हाँ.
But
How do you know this? It's a very holiest place for Sikh. But there are many places in India which are connected to Pakistan. I mean, I cannot draw a line which is going zigzag. Thoda idhar le lo, sir, thoda udhar le lo. That's not there. But that is what we always believe when your history teacher, whoever is explaining, understand how Britishers has created the trouble even while going back. I don't know how many of you remember when America left Afghanistan. You remember? They left loads and loads of weapons. अफगानिस्तान में पूरा $1 million का वेपन्स ऐसे ही छोड़ के भाग गया. You don't remember वो जेट उठता था अफगानिस्तान पब्लिक. अभी तो तालिबान रूल कर रहा है ना, the Mullah family type. So they were beating the girls, they were beating the women. But America was very sharp. It left all the weapons so that Afghanistan Taliban people will make use of it and are beating whom? The Pakistanis, black and blue. तो ये बोलता है ना फॉरेन डिप्लोमेसी का सबसे हाईएस्ट चाणक्य नीति बोल सकता हूँ. मैं तो अब घर छोड़ के जा रहा हूँ बट जाते जाते भी आपको ट्रबल छोड़ के ही जाना. If India and Pakistan was not to be partitioned on the way it was done, today we could have been a good neighbor. है ना? Today we did not have so many headaches. But then Britishers wanted that. Sri Lanka में भी problem create किया, LTT, if you remember. और बांग्लादेश तो चलो 1971 में बना, that is India only made Bangladesh. If not, this was West Pakistan, that was East Pakistan. So I don't know, as a 10th standard child, how much you understand geopolitics, but this is what present geopolitics is. So India had, what is that, Operation Sindoor, is it? They said although military attack is stopped, but still India is doing a lot of diplomatic works. Sooner or later, India want Pakistan to be no more Pakistan. You know, demilitarization of Germany after the Second World War, Treaty of Versailles, abhi aayega. What did they do with Hitler? They just made only Germany as Germany only. पूरा arms ammunition सब ले लिया. बोला 50 किलोमीटर के अंदर जर्मनी में कोई भी आर्म्स नहीं रहना चाहिए. फिर वो करेगा क्या?
So but अगर पाकिस्तान इंडिया का भी एक बार वो पार्ट हो गया तो
नहीं, we don't want Pakistan our part. Only we want that POK, which belongs to India. ऐसे भी वो कौन सा country है? Baluchistan. They have already declared independence. And if you've seen the map of Pakistan, lengthwise it is very length. Breadthwise it is not like India. बीच में सिर्फ पंजाब एंड सिंध रह जाएगा जो पाकिस्तान. उस तरफ का जो अफगानिस्तान का साइड है वो बलूचिस्तान. ऑलरेडी दे हैव डिक्लेयर्ड द इंडिपेंडेंस. इस तरफ का जो पार्ट है वो हमारा है, POK. So why I'm explaining this, we normally understand even after partition, lakhs and lakhs of Indians were killed. And similar was the case in Pakistan. Lakhs and lakhs of Islam people were killed. All done? There is a third chapter. So you being the 10th standard children, I don't feel that you are too small to understand all this. But as a part and parcel, I keep updating you guys. What does that updation means? We are talking about India-Pakistan partition. Cotton का चालू है और हम लोग ने कुछ लिखा नहीं है, सिर्फ ये अभी स्टार्ट किया है. ये कॉपी कर दो बस. So what are we in store? Maybe after 5 years down the line, India will not be the same India what it is today looking in map. Sir, greater India banega. What is that greater India? In Hindi they are calling nowadays Akhand Bharat. And what is this Bharat? We say Khandit Bharat. What is Khandit? Dissect kar diya. India was up till Afghanistan. India was close to up till what is that? Russia. And what is the present India? And let us come to China side. Siachen, always taken by China. Even Tibet also India should slowly. Hmm. India, in fact, Tibet does not have the army of their own like Bhutan. तो Tibet तो China के हाथ में है, तो अभी भी उस border पे ये जवान्स रहते हैं. Can anybody tell me what is the full form of ITBP जवान्स? Indian Tibetan Border Police Force. और भूटान सबको मालूम है कि भूटान के पास आर्मी भी नहीं है. जब तक इंडियन आर्मी है तब तक चाइना चुपचाप बैठेगा. The day Indian army is pulled back, Bhutan will be चाय का नाश्ता हो जाएगा. So look how the map of India is slowly going for a change. And present government is doing its level best. You know who is Shashi Tharoor?
Yes.
I'll show you his video. Sitting in British Parliament, he was bombarding the British people. In fact, you should understand the English the way he speaks. A Malayali South Indian Trivandrum fellow, but he's an MP from Congress. अभी मोदी जी ने उनको भेजा यूएन में. Around 7 members are going under his leadership to convince the world what Pakistan even today doing. Even today भी वो terrorism ही कर रहा है. It does not improve, and it cannot improve also. Who is taking the shots? The Prime Minister, military leader. He's a puppet PM. है ना? Can we say India में सर मोदी का कोई पावर नहीं है?
Or like
हाँ, वो तो सालों साल से पाकिस्तान यही हो रहा है. तो हम लोग पता नहीं हिंदी या उर्दू आप उसको नासुर बोलते हैं. नासुर. One of the part has become बोलते हैं ना सड़ गया, उसको काटना ही जरूरी है. Pakistan will never come back. अभी एक 3 महीना इंडिया छोड़ेगा ना, one more terrorist attack definitely will take place. And our Prime Minister has warned, the day when you have a terrorist attack, then don't wait for any mercy. अभी तो सिर्फ हम लोग ने कितना 12 एयरपोर्ट को उनको ये किया है. फिर कराची, बलूचिस्तान सब हमारा हो जाएगा और तुम कहाँ जाएगा God knows. And America doesn't want this. America is a double-edged sword. और वो Donald Trump तो I don't know what is he doing with political relations. कभी yes बोलता है, कभी no बोलता है ना? So whenever we talk about this cotton textile, India even today is number 1. Just because Bangladesh is having cotton production more, just because India is not having upgraded machinery, India is behind. But now then, the cotton that you and me wear is 100% Indian, 100% complete, which is the only industry in India, cotton. क्योंकि डिमांड भी इंडिया का ही है, प्रोडक्शन भी इंडिया का है, रॉ मटेरियल्स भी इंडिया का ही है, एंड लेबर्स भी इंडिया का. ऐसा कोई इंडस्ट्री नहीं मिलेगा जिसमें ऐसा 100% कंप्लीट मिलेगा. ओके, चलो कैरी ऑन.
Erratic power supply.
एराटिक को अंडरलाइन करो, उधर लिखो इरेगुलर पावर सप्लाई. 152. I'll take over from there. Low productivity उधर लिख देना. Lack of training. Labor के आगे लिखो lack of training. Then training labor.
Low productivity of labor.
Yes. Then we have stiff competition. What is synthetic, by the way, anybody? उधर लिखो man-made. Man-made. No, man-made. Can you name any man-made fiber that you and me wear? Nylon, terylene, है ना? वो सब man-made है. Fragmented units. उधर लिखो divided. Units are small in India. That is a problem to cotton textile. Global market for cotton yarn is underlined. Available, but underlined from here. Garment manufacturer.
4x exchange.
वो छोटा सा है, बड़ा नहीं है एक्चुअली. मैं बताता हूँ क्या. अभी I want to bring money from UK. My family is there. She sends money directly to my bank. Sometimes बोलता मेरा बैंक में मत भेज. I will ask that forex fellow. वो अपना एक कोड देता है, तो पैसा डायरेक्टली उस मनी एक्सचेंजर, फिर वो कुछ अपना कमीशन लेके मुझे देते. मतलब मैं गवर्नमेंट को नहीं दिखा रहा मेरा नाम से पैसा आ रहा है. I had an NRE account down in access. Illegal है. वो अपना बैंक से भेज रही है ना, और मेरा नाम से मेरा आधार पैन सब लेगा वो, बट मेरा अकाउंट में नहीं है. मेरा अकाउंट में आएगा, फिर 4 दिन होगा रिफ्लेक्ट होने के लिए. दैट इज अ फॉरेन एक्सचेंज. ओके, रीड अहेड. नाउ वी आर मूविंग टू जूट टेक्सटाइल, राइट? द क्वेश्चन इज देयर. शैल आई गिव दिस आंसर और इज द आंसर ओके फॉर यू? नहीं रे. व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ कॉटन टेक्सटाइल? You write that heading in your notebook. I'll give it a better point then. What are the problems What are the problems of cotton textile industry? What are the problems of cotton textile industry? One line of introduction. Cotton textile. Cotton textile. First important industry than agriculture. First important industry than agriculture. Away from agriculture, away from agriculture, suffers from the following main problems. Suffers from the following main problems. Point number 1. Lack of long staple cotton. Did I draw the diagram? 3 staple banana, long staple. Lack of long staple cotton, put hyphen, needs to be imported. ये पहला problem. Lack of long staple cotton needs to be imported. Second point. Imported. Use of old, outdated machinery. Use of old, outdated machinery. Next. Low productivity of laborers with low productivity of laborers with inadequate low productivity of laborers with inadequate labor training facilities. Low productivity of laborers with inadequate labor training facilities. Next. Stiff competition from synthetic or man-made fibers. Stiff competition from synthetic or man-made fibers. Synthetic का ही meaning है, okay? Bracket, what will you write? Nylon. Sterile. Terylene. A natural name. Ylene. Sterile. Next. Cotton production units are generally fragmented. What is the meaning of the word fragmented? Small divide. Which only caters to the local market needs only. Caters का और एक word है fulfills. The local market needs only. Next. To compete in the global market. Fabrics are imported.
Important.
Yes. Now tell me, out of all this, which one you feel? So I need more explanation.
So Kata is number.
Fulfills. Look, every industry, this problem section is very important. Huh? They might ask you for even 4 marks also, or even 2 marks also. The points that are given will be a full length answer. If they're asking for just 2 marks, try to give 4 points in a very simplistic manner. The volume one you can write. Hey, erratic power supply हम लोग ने नहीं लिखा ना? चलो वो लिख दो. On your own, let me see. How do you improvise and write? Exactly वही नहीं लिखना है. Try to give your own meaning. Irregular. Irregular power supply. Affecting power loops है ना? Affecting the overall production. I think next Tuesday also we are having lectures. That will be our last week of morning lectures. I hope whatever portion after your reopening to be tested in your school is completed in UT. Any of the chapters which are a little bit ahead, behind, in SST, whole SST. Tell me or tell the department
Actually, first 4 chapters are coming in like this.
when it is.
Probably in August. August first week.
अगर जून में है तो June first week, June 10, hopefully we have covered all. जुलाई में कितना 4 chapters है? Where? Which chapters 4?
First 4.
Where? Economics, geography.
Yes.
But I think one is completed here. Who took geography first? नहीं हुआ है. And second भी नहीं हुआ. I have directly jumped in by picking the chapter number 5. Okay, now put the next heading, jute textile. Now, how different is jute textile from cotton? Anybody? First of all, you should understand what is jute. Everybody knows the material from which we are making gunny bags. And in India, they say now the use of plastics have really gave trouble to this industry. If not, jute industry is one of the second important industry next to cotton. Okay. So now see how does the jute plantation is grown. Normally, number one is Bangladesh. Now there is some political trouble in Bangladesh. We do not know how is the position. And India is number 2 only. First of all, you understand how this is produced. And automatically you'll understand what I'm trying to explain. And jute is one of the steadiest crop. Okay. And India is one of the leading producer. I'll show you the plantation. And anybody knows jute is known as the golden fiber of India?
Yes.
That also I'll be giving the answer. Watch it very carefully. When we say golden fiber, now this is ready to be used. Not exactly. Is it looking like golden brown?
Mask.
क्या लगा?
Mask.
Early morning में तुझे ये याद दिलाना जरूरी था. But the color, reddish brown or golden brown. And when we export these commodities which are made out of jute, it is normally bringing valuable foreign exchange. Like it is not the answer you are giving; it is the mental thinking. सुबह सुबह मालूम पड़ता है. ये फाइबर है. Will you hear next 5 minutes? Because you are entertaining two of the boys, will be here the next 5. And if the money you will get it is double than the rice. First is cotton, second is garments generally rough cloth. Handicrafts come up. So what is that obsolete? Did you listen? What is obsolete? Use of old technique. And what is lack of diversification? Diversification का मतलब है simple commodity एक है raw material, but product should be many. Whatever you have shown, India is not doing everything with the jute. You know what are the doormats that we make use of? Jute only. Carpets made out of jute. But which has given a biggest shock to jute industry? Use of plastics. है ना? अभी everywhere you can see plastics. Nowadays we go to even the holy places, the har which we put it in the natural one, it appears all throughout the year very fresh. फिर नजदीक से देखा तो सर वो सिंथेटिक है सर, प्लास्टिक का हार पहना है.
Even the doormats.
Doormats are also nowadays we have plastics. So now the government of India has made it a compulsory point that jute has to be renewed. Why? Employment factor. Second, it is eco-friendly. What is eco-friendly? Unlike plastic, it is not going to disturb. And then they said aquastic. What is aquastic? You try to dip it in water, it does not absorb the water too much as compared to any other, like cotton. And what is that thermal property? In winter time, in your own house, try to have a gunny bag, put it down, and keep your leg on it. It is very hot, very. मतलब वो ठंड नहीं feel होगा. Normally in my house we have this marble flooring done. Either if carpet or not, we walk with our shoes and chappals. No need. ये अपना जो rice का gunny bag है ना वो रखो. And you go to hometown, I have seen many people use a gunny bag during the rainy season. And उतना पानी खींचेगा भी नहीं. So understood? So tensile strength ज़्यादा है. What is tensile? हम लोग हिंदी में उसको सुतली बोलते हैं ना. एक बार बांध दिया मतलब गीला पानी के साथ, it never breaks. Have you seen this paranchi in your building is made using the bamboos? वो कौन सा rope है? इसका ये jute ropes है. देखा ना वो लोग बांधते हैं टाइट एकदम. अभी actually scaffolding बोलते हैं वो industry. You know what is a scaffolding? We have iron pipes and we have that screw-like thing. और इंडिया में तो 90% scaffolding पूरा bamboo से ही होता है. Because bamboo, farming is very profitable and bamboo को ज़्यादा कुछ देने का जरूरत नहीं, सिर्फ पानी ही देने का. Have you seen bamboo plantation? But the cost of the bamboo is very high. इंडिया में आप बड़ा सा बड़ा शामियाना देखो. What is शामियाना? The pandals that you see, either in marriages or in political rally, all made out of bamboo. And let me tell you, bamboo is very good, very tensile strength. We have this Nikhil Chopra, na, the fellow. Who is he? Akash Chopra. Sorry, Akash Chopra. The person who runs with the javelin.
Neeraj Chopra.
Sorry, Neeraj Chopra. I'm so sorry. That even the sports, that javelin, not javelin, what is that? वो तो javelin thrower है और एक stick रहता है ना जो stick करके लोग pole vault उसको कुछ तो बोलते हैं हाँ वो bamboo का ही बना रहता है. Have you not seen pole vault? The person running with the one India में हाँ India में I think कोई ऐसा star नहीं but you see Bulgarians, Americans, Europeans they do it वो पूरा stick bamboo का ही बना है. So we always believe these jute has to be renewed. So we are going to study national jute policy, what the government has done to make it compulsory. अभी जितना भी rice and wheat packing होता है 50% jute use करना है. I remember during my school days even the cement was to be packed in a jute. वो अलग type का jute था अंदर से वो थोड़ा सा protection देता था. But you try lifting one cement bag. However gym या body बना लो 150 kg cement is too heavy. I've tried my level best in my some areas. मेरा पापा बोला रहने दे फिर हाथ पैर तोड़ के लेगा. But you lift it using a jute bag, the hooks can be easily planted. अभी APMC में देखा है जितना भी गनी bags का जैसे hook डालता है आराम से pull up करता है. And this can be used again and again. है ना jute bags है ना देखा है एक बार pack होता है सर फिर से जाता है फिर से pack होके आता है. And it is too good. So next to cotton, any textile is useful in India is jute textile. अभी समझ में आ रहा है? चलो let us see. ये problem बता. Mainly a packaging material. So next time you study any jute, don't forget this. What India is doing exactly with jute. Chalo. Write down the heading in your notebook. Jute textile लिखा. I'll give you few lines. Then why it is called golden fiber. Only promotion इधर से करते हैं. Jute textile. India is the second largest producer of jute. Second largest producer of jute next to Bangladesh. Second, within India, it is Calcutta. You write Kolkata. Number one in jute production. Number one in jute production. Bracket में लिखो 80% of total jute from Calcutta. 80% of India's total jute is from Calcutta.
Number one jute production.
Production. The bracket में ही लिख सकते हो. 80% of India's jute is from Calcutta. River Hooghly. Next point. There are two spellings of river Hooghly. H-O-O is also allowed. H-U-G-L-I is also allowed. H-O-O-G-L-I. River Hooghly.
G-L-I or Y?
Y will do. If you are using double O. If you are using H-U-L-I.
Hooghly River.
River Hooghly is the main river which helps in jute cultivation. It's the main river which helps in jute cultivation. Next, jute industry. Huh? It is the second highest employment. It is the second highest employment. So which is the first one?
And the second largest employer.
Employment में largest कैसे है?
Second highest employment.
Next to cotton textile. Next to cotton textile. Next. It is better known as or best known as golden fiber of India. It is बाद में याद दिलाना इसका आंसर देता हूँ. It is best known as golden fiber of India. ब्रैकेट में डाल कर रखो GR. What is GR? Give reason. तो क्या होता है? तो P का आंसर है. Come to page number 153. 152 मार्क कर लिया हम लोग ने. हाँ. Why are most of the jute mills situated along the river Hooghly? उधर लिखो important. 2 star mark. अभी हम लोग ने Hooghly river का बात किया ना. First point underline कर लेना. Jute producing underline areas close to Hooghly. Only underline which I am saying. Areas close to Hooghly. Second, inexpensive water transport. Open bracket. Good network of bracket के अंदर आएगा rail, road and waterways. Abundant water for processing. So why do you need water for processing jute को? आप लोग ने देखा जो लकड़ी है जो stocks है वो कम से कम 15 दिन तो लोग पानी में डाल के ही रखते हैं. So that then they pull that particular fiber. And the leaves they start eating. I heard Bengali people eat this green leafy jute. It is very good. They are eating that. And वो roots जब cut करता है roots उसी में छोड़ देता है. So not a single part of the plant is wasted. And plus, it is not as hardworking like a paddy, but double the money that you get it from paddy. Why paddy say? Paddy means rice. Why do you get so much money, less money? Paddy is a food crop and jute is a which crop? Cash crop. That is the difference. अगर किसी ने पूछा तो ये लिखो. Right? चलो. Let's go down to cheap labor. Bracket में डाल दो ये तीनों state: West Bengal, Odisha and UP. And port facility. Which port are they saying? Seaport. Seaport. कौन सा port रहेगा? कोलकाता. कोलकाता port and Hooghly. दोनों port है. लिखो उधर Hooghly port and Kolkata. Kolkata is a main port. Other facilities, open bracket, banking, insurance, etc. are provided. Now read all this point and tell me. Any question comes, why only Hooghly River? These are the points you have to write.
Sir, are these the river boats?
River boats.
Are they connected to rivers like the seas are connected to rivers?
देखो. When I say the word port, what exactly are we talking for jute then? Export, import, or local transport? Mainly for exports. I'd said normally these are handicrafts, fancy commodities, and foreigners buy all this. I met 2 sellers from Singapore. They have a very good office in Marina Basins. Have you heard about Marina Basins? What is it? Marine Lines. It is one of the posh 5-star hotels, and a pura area commercial. And I don't know, some English movies are shot in that particular arena only. They buy all the commodities from India. And एक एवरेज वो जब बंदे से मैं मिला फ्लाइट में वो बोला सर हार्डली मुझे $2 में मिलता है इंडिया से, वो मैं $40 में बेचता हूँ सिंगापुर में, मिनिमम बोल रहा था। मैंने बोला सर ये पेंटिंग्स ये हैंडीक्राफ्ट्स कुछ नहीं सर, ये इंडियंस को है ना एक साथ में कम से कम 2 लाख का ऑर्डर दे देता हूँ, आई सेल इट मिनिमम 10 lakhs handicrafts, and these are not commodities which are going to be rotten, and you just have a very posh outlet in वो तो खर्चा कर ही रहा है, but then long run में how much is earned. So that is these commodities are. Whenever you talk about port na, it is first India being a coastal country from Kolkata to different parts, and if you have an international port, that is Kolkata is an international port to send to abroad, so that is highly useful. But if it is in an interior region, taking to the port itself is 3 hours. I have to give land transport, booking costs, and then they will not take it today only. Have you gone to any port of India?
Yes.
Booking भी कम से कम 6 महीना लग जाता है, क्योंकि हमसे पहले 6 महीने का goods आज जा रहा है. You go to JNPT also, you go to Mumbai port also. It's not so easy. Huge cargoes are there. And एक बार हमारा cargo line में लग जाता है ना, कम से कम 2-2 साल उधर ही पड़ा रहे. और आपने उससे पैसा ले लिया 6 महीने में आ जाए, वो बोलेगा किधर है मेरा कीमत. India being a peninsula na, huge transport takes place only through sea, and sea transport is the cheapest, everybody knows, and to clear the logistic it is not so easy. So now jute being a commodity which needs can be exported, Kolkata or Hooghly port रहने की वजह से it facilitates the water trade. Okay, write the next line. Other features matter. Underline second important industry. Already उधर मैंने ये भी दिया है. India ranks underline number 1 in raw jute, not in jute goods. Next. And many more people are associated. Underline the word many more. और ये indirectly में कौन कौन आएगा जरा बताओ. उधर many more के ना नीचे arrow लो and come to right. You write dyeing. Dyeing. कलर्स देते हैं ना, पैकेजिंग, जूट इंडस्ट्री के साथ जुड़ना है, ट्रांसपोर्टिंग एक्सेट्रा, डाइंग, बैंकिंग, बैंकिंग ऑलरेडी वी हैव मेंशन बैंकिंग there ना. Then directly they are coming to the problems of jute industry. Did you see? I am only reading, you just mark and I will explain. Underline government policy of mandatory use. What is the other word for mandatory use? Very good. Of jute packing. याद है वो राइस एंड व्हीट के कितना परसेंटेज बोला मिनिमम? 20% तो मिनिमम जूट में ही पैकिंग करना है, बाकी 80% आप कहीं से पैक कर दो. ओके, सेकंड वन, stimulated the demand. What is stimulated? You write encourage. The products needs to be underlined. Diversified. ये भी प्रॉब्लम है. What is a diversified product of jute? नया नया प्रोडक्ट बनाना चाहिए, तब जाके जूट इंडस्ट्री का इंपॉर्टेंस बढ़ेगा. Encouraged. The objectives of national jute policy. Make a rectangular box of national jute policy, only of that. And year mark कर दो 2005. They'll ask you what are the objectives of national jute policy. एक rectangular box बनाओ national jute policy के लिए, and वही box आके 2005 के लिए बनाओ, and same box बनाओ objectives के लिए, है ना? अभी what is productivity? Less time, more production. Improving quality. Quality of what? Jute products. Ensuring good prices. उधर लिखो good के जगह पर लिखो minimum price. Minimum assured MSP बोलते हैं. And enhancing the yield. What is enhancing? उधर लिखने का improving. Yield मतलब jute production. And देखो improving production. The main markets are US, Canada, United Arab Republic, actually Dubai है, Abu Dhabi actually, and UK, Australia. So growing global concern. Circle this word. Environmental friendly. Circle one more word. Biodegradable. If anybody asks you what is the special importance of jute products in comparison to the plastic, what it is? एक तो वो friendly and दूसरा biodegradable. Clear? I'm giving you 5 minutes. Please read. Find any questions of jute and ask me. Then I'll give you why it is that golden fiber. Take your time. Please read. These are very important. अभी middle page में खत्म, so this chapter is done. So my load with you guys are done. I'll start a new chapter for you guys. Maybe in the next lecture only. Check any of the question in the worksheet or any
So what is diversified?
new products, new better products. That is diversification. Find any questions for me where you cannot write the answer connected to Zoom. Either in last year's one, either in worksheet one. I'm ready to give you answers. If not,
Productivity of labor in June industries.
it is low, my dear. You know what is productivity of labor? वो कितना efficiently काम करता है? देखो, I cannot put you into the labor class, but let me tell you, you are going to school. Maybe after the reopening, you are coming to UT. Correct? Then can I expect that everyone who is joined UT above 95 or above 98? Why not? अरे बोलो आपके ऊपर ये क्वेश्चंस. ओके कैपेसिटी, बट आपको तो इधर हम कैपेसिटी इंप्रूवमेंट का पूरा मौका दे रहे हैं ना, आप फिर क्यों नहीं इंप्रूव कर रहे? The one factor is YOU. Who's that? You. Application. है हमें. देखो, now I remember this after this month or ना, when you go to schools take their sweet time. एक चैप्टर को मैंने सुना 2-2 महीना चलता है. फिर उसके बाद 4 चैप्टर का यूनिट टेस्ट या जो कोई टेस्ट आएगा स्टार्ट हो गया. But you in UT we give sufficient time, 1 chapter test. But इधर application less, उधर मस्ती max. देखो, I definitely feel this exams now it's like a 1-day match or a T20 match. उस दिन जो आपने लिख लिया, but साल भर बच्चे ने मेहनत किया है, but उस दिन जो क्वेश्चन पेपर आया है, it is something you have not studied. So can I justify the result? Can you convince your parent? Can they convince their so-called relatives? जैसे ही रिजल्ट आए ना, relatives को पहला ध्यान आता है. They are the eager people to check your marks. अरे only 87, ये क्या कर दिया तुम्हारा बेटी ने? अरे तुम्हारे लड़के ने इतना कम मार्क्स लाया. अरे मेरा बेटा है, मेरा बेटी है, तुझे क्यों इतना? That is Indian mentality. फिर आपकी मम्मी बोलती है बेटा ने बहुत मेहनत किया बट मार्क्स कम आया. अच्छा अफरी तो है, काम लड़की इतना पढ़ाकू है, फिर मार्क्स कम क्यों आया? Only marks. Am I measuring your intelligence through marks? No, sir. I feel marks is just a qualification for to get the admission only. Can I say जो 98% या 100% जो अभी मारा है is the most intelligent boy in our UT? Not necessary. हाँ, marks लाया है तो definitely scholar लड़का है, क्योंकि जो वो पढ़ के आया या जैसा उसने लिखा उसको मार्क्स मिल गया. How do I justify you? चलो आप लोग इस बोलो. सर हमारा प्रोडक्टिविटी और उसका प्रोडक्टिविटी में डिफरेंस है. Sitting in one corner of the room without getting up for the next 3 years, I can do my studies. But हम क्या सर 5 मिनट है ना उधर जाएगा, 10 मिनट अप्लाई नहीं कर सकते हम. देखो, sorry, I'm taking you out of this chapter. What makes you different from your neighbor? It's very simple. Don't ratify, don't stress yourself. Relax पढ़ के जाओ. हाँ, ये पेपर में ऐसा क्वेश्चंस आएगा, इसका आंसर मैं ऐसा लिखेगा. How do you and me study? Study thoroughly each and every. No need to study. इधर UT में सब कुछ हो जाता है. Only you have to assimilate your answer. You know what is assimilate? हाँ, क्वेश्चन ये पूछा था और ये मैंने पॉइंट लिखा. हाँ, वर्ड्स थोड़ा सा याद रखना पड़ेगा. न्यू स्पेलिंग्स, प्रेजेंटेशन, और कुछ है? Which 2 subjects no need to study at all, especially maths, is it? Practice. हमारा अच्छा बोलता है headache. English also. English में क्या practice करते हैं? देन आईसीसी का इंग्लिश इंग्लिश ना अच्छा हाँ बट साइंस पास होने के लिए जा रहा तू खुद ही बोल पास हो जा हाँ 10th में नहीं होगा ना माय डियर So when he asked me what is this productivity, I say very simple, your capacity to produce. अभी ऐसे ही सब लोग फर्स्ट रैंक नहीं मार सकते, फिर वो लड़की या लड़का घर पे जाके बोलता मैंने मम्मी वो क्या है ना अगर मैं हमेशा फर्स्ट आएगा ना बेचारा जो पीछे वो क्या करेगा मम्मी will accept parents nowadays in India only they treat you as a commodity for what getting them the marks और कुछ है क्या हमारा बच्चा अगर पूछता सर वो क्या है ना मुझे वो म्यूजियम में लेके जाओ सर या ये आपने पोर्ट फैसिलिटी बोला ऐसा है क्या हमारा स्टडी ऑल बुकिश अभी सीबीएसई का रूल्स मालूम है क्या होता है नॉट टू फेल एनी स्टूडेंट उसके बाद भी फेलियर्स है अभी दिस टाइम वो कंपार्टमेंट और ईआर के लिए सीबीएसई ने नया रूल्स डाला है अगर आप दोबारा फॉर्म भरेगा सीबीएसई करेक्ट करेगा हाँ अभी पहले थर्ड पार्टी के पास दिया था दो एग्जाम इट इज वन इज फेब एंड अदर इज इन द मार्च और अप्रैल और मई बस 2 महीने के बीच में 2 एग्जाम है नॉट नेसेसरी इट्स अप टू यू टू टेक इट और नॉट टेक इट दोनों में से कोई एक ही रिजल्ट आपका 11th एडमिशंस के लिए पकड़ेंगे हाईएस्ट रहेगा पर मुझे लगता है अगर मेरा बेस्ट कॉन्फिडेंस एग्जाम फरवरी में गया आई विल नॉट गिव द सेकंड एग्जाम क्यों डबल 10 मेरे पास क्या है ये अभी एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहा है एक्चुअली ये सिस्टम तो केरला एंड तमिलनाडु में बहुत पहले इंट्रोड्यूस हो गया महाराष्ट्र हैज टेकन इट दिस ईयर ओनली एंड आवर स्टूडेंट्स आर हर साल है ना मेरे साथ ही ऐसा तेरे साथ है ना भाई तेरे जैसे 3 लाख या 30 लाख स्टूडेंट है जो दे रहे यू आर नॉट एन एक्सेप्शन फॉर दैट आई कम बैक टू योर क्वेश्चन व्हाट इज प्रोडक्टिविटी योर कैपेसिटी टू प्रोड्यूस इन द बेस्ट पॉसिबल मैनर आपको लगता है कि हमारा स्टडीज ऐसा है वैसा है आप बाहर गांव का स्टडीज देखो आई फील इंडिया इज बेस्ट सिंगापुर में वो लेवल है ई लेवल है फिर क्या यूनी लेवल है व्हेन आई वाज वर्किंग माय ब्रदर्स चिल्ड्रन आर ऑलमोस्ट लाइक हिम एज वाइज नहीं है ऐसा हाइट में था अभी नाउ दे आर मच टॉलर एंड एफटीआर वो लड़का जो बड़ा है ही हैज वेंट टू ना मतलब समझ रहे सर I went that boy was hardly I think 9 भी नहीं था 7 years old था अभी he is studying in 12th standard India का but उधर वो बोलता O level studies है P level मतलब ये क्या confusing मतलब और तेरा कितना साल पढ़ना है और 10 साल तो पढ़ना ही है but quality education they get it I think 8th में ही है ना कॉमर्स साइंस और ह्यूमैनिटीज को अलग कर देते हैं 9th 10th में तू मैथ्स नहीं करेगा साइंस नहीं करेगा क्योंकि तू 10 के बाद तो तुझे उसमें नहीं करना है and why my child is studying 9th and 10th science अगर मुझे साइंस स्ट्रीम में नहीं जाना है understood what I'm saying तो slowly and steadily Indian education में भी आ रहा है but I feel हमारा पेरेंट्स भी नहीं समझेगा हमारा बच्चा भी and there NS करके कुछ कोर्स है anybody knows what is NS national service every girl and a boy after the 10th level exam must serve in military army or navy 3 years of full time training नहीं सर मेरे बच्चा को ये नहीं जाना पड़ेगा क्यों देन यू विल अंडरस्टैंड द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ आर्मी डिफेंडिंग आवर कंट्री अभी हमारा आर्मी और नेवी ने कितना एयरफोर्स ने भी पार्टिसिपेट किया ना जो अमेरिका कुडंट डू इंडिया हैज डन इट हार्डली 4 दिन के अंदर यू एंड मी आर वैल्यूइंग द कुछ नहीं सर न्यूज़ चैनल राहुल गांधी ने कुछ भी फालतू स्टेटमेंट देता रहता है देखा है ना Again he has started his फालतू नाटक मुझे तो बोलता राहुल गांधी को 3 महीना बीएसएफ की जगह पर सर आप आओ सर इधर रुको सर हम कैसा प्रोटेक्ट करता है बॉर्डर को मार सो वी ऑलवेज बिलीव दिस प्रोडक्टिविटी फैक्टर ना आई ऑलवेज लुक एट माय स्टूडेंट्स तो आप लोग अपना माइंड से ना एक फैक्टर हटा दो कि मुझे साल भर पढ़ाई करेगा तो रिजल्ट आएगा नहीं एक दिन पे भी हो सकता है बट एट द सेम टाइम जैसा यूटी का जो सिलेबस चल रहा है ना वैसे ही करते जाओ एक दिन में मिरेकल होता है क्या but step by step हो सकता है every Sunday there is a test but every Sunday I am not writing the test general और ये क्या है सर वो क्या है वो जो ऑनलाइन में हम लोग देते हैं अभ्यास क्या सर मुझे पसंद नहीं सर मैंने दो तो नुकसान किसका यूटी का है अब क्या है And what is that? The Great Wall of China was not built in one day. Similarly, you go to Rajasthan. उतना ही लंबा wall इंडिया में भी है. Rana Ranjit Singh, that Marwar king, has constructed almost not exactly, but it is not identified by UNESCO. I had gone to some of the forts where the construction amazing. You know that Rajasthan king is the first Indian king to fight against the British. And I don't know, many Maharashtrians might not accept. Even our Shivaji Maharaj clan, उनका जो DNA बोलते हैं कि उन्हीं का फैमिली से आया है. इधर राणा रंजीत सिंह का. So this is our history. और हम अभी किस में लगे हुए हैं? Foreign products के साथ. Okay, there is other area भाषण each other. Is there anything else? Then let us come to the promotion है ना? वो promotion में ना, they will ask you problems of jute industry. उधर देखो point number 1. ये मैंने कर दिया नहीं, please. Now let us go to sugar industry. Come on. India, underline, the largest producer of sugar cane. याद रखना, in exam they'll ask you number 1 sugar producer is not India. Sugar cane we produce. Who is the number 1 sugar producer? It is Brazil. Brazil. No. India stands underline second producer of sugar. Brazil पहला है. Underline largest producer of gur and kansari. A gur everybody knows. What is this kansari? Khadi shakar मालूम है? हाँ वही. There are underline 502. Then come to location. Put it into bracket. It is bulky and perishable. So why it is perishable? Bulky तो मालूम है. जब sugar cane का bundles बनता है ना, and जब वो factory में जाता है, crush होने के बाद वो material को हम क्या बोलते हैं? आप sugar cane juice वाले के पास देखा रहेगा ना? What is that material? Juice तो मिलता है. What is the other thing? It is called as bakse. Bakse. उधर लिख के रखो. Perishable material BAGA, right? BAGASSE. Bakse. E. During our school days, it was pronounced as bagase. अभी ऑक्सफोर्ड बोलता नहीं, bakse. Bakse. Underline. Sucrose content reduces. Haulage मतलब उसका chemical content. Once cut. Haulage के आगे लिखो. Once cut must be crushed. अगर sugar cane को cut किया within 2 days. 2 days मतलब 48 hours. क्या हो जाएगा अगर मैं crush नहीं किया तो उसका sucrose content कम हो जाएगा. अभी एक sugar cane में 60% sucrose. You know what is sucrose ना? But cut करके मैं 1 महीने के बाद उसको crush करूँगा. तो जितना उसमें से juice निकलना है उसमें से percentage कम होते ही जाएगा. That is why sugar cane transport should be quick. I'll show you the sugar cane crushing also. How it is done and how the sugar is made. And Maharashtra is one of the leading producers. मालूम है ना? Especially our कौन है? Sharad Pawar. The entire sugar mills of Baramati till his hometown is all belongs to him only. Okay. Let us come to the next one. There are over underline 502 mills. And UP and Bihar number 1 producer. Maharashtra से भी आगे. Close bracket in Andhra Pradesh. 60%. They'll ask you in UP and Bihar. Industry underline seasonal. Why does seasonal means? Rainy season. ज़्यादा पानी चाहिए इसको. पैडी से भी ज़्यादा पानी sugar cane को चाहिए. Ideally suited. Circle the word cooperative. Did we do classification of industry? A cooperative किस में आता है? Cooperative किस में आता है? On the basis of ownership में आता है. पहला ownership में क्या है? Second, third, and fourth is cooperative. Cooperative मतलब सारे farmers मिलके अपना खुद का sugar industry रहेगा. और whatever sugar cane is producing, it will go to their factory, and whatever profit, all the sugar farmer will distribute. That is cooperative. What is the best example of cooperative? वो भी मैंने उसे discuss किया. What is Amul full from anybody? चलो, I will not tell. This हो गया. Cooperative societies underlined successful in Maharashtra and AP. Users तो already किया है. And that is that word. देखो बग्गा से आया है. is used as fuel and making paper. Fuel में नीचे लिखो thermal. इसको जला के अभी thermal electricity हम लोग बनाते हैं. ये southward migration bracket में क्वेश्चन लिख दो, आंसर तो नीचे ही है. Why is southward migration के आगे लिखने का? You write it in a notebook. Why is there is a tendency of southward migration? Why is there a tendency of southward migration of sugar industry? Southward migration of sugar industry. Southward migration of sugar industry. You just understand this, and this is also very important board pattern question. Now, first of all, you know the meaning of the word migration. Here, the migration of what? Where to where? South left. Then from where? Come on. 50% किसका है? From the north. Which are the two states? UP and Bihar. है ना? 60% तो उधर ही है. अभी the reason you have to see. Now, the first point that we have already had, cooperatives are functioning very well. Where? Very good. हाँ, उधर लिखा है, आंसर उधर ही है. Maharashtra is south, is it? And AP भी है, and little bit Karnataka. But normally Maharashtra and AP को ही southward बोला है. What is the second? It is functioning very well, है ना? It functions very well here. Functions का मतलब क्या है? Especially banks loan मिल जाता है. And even the sugar cane is not the same, है ना? थोड़ा सा ये fattier है और juicier भी ज़्यादा है. And it is the climate factor. And most important, thank you. I was shouting to my eye. And even transport. So जैसे मैंने लिखा वैसे ही लिखो. Sugar industry लिखो. Southward migration. Both either good maybe rainfall. There's a good rainfall and water supply. Write down as it is what I'm writing. You'll remember good rainfall and better water supply and assured water supply. ऐसे बनाओ देखो साउथवर्ड माइग्रेशन डाला है एरो डालो कहाँ से कहाँ माइग्रेट हो रहा है नॉर्थ से साउथ में आ रहा है साउथ का मतलब महाराष्ट्र और एपी मेरा मुंह हर जगह बोलना जरूरी है आई एम टॉकिंग टू हिम व्हाट आर यू सेइंग टू हिम यू राइट यू आर मोर बेटर देन दैट फेलो नो again he's saying to me अरे क्या I'm array for you concentration तो हृदय पर भी नहीं है बाकी सब कुछ है So this is the way you learn the answer. Entire answer is there, but in few words. But in writing exam, you have to write it in full words.
So what is that sugar cane?
Fattier. Fat ज़्यादा है और juice भी ज़्यादा है. High fat, high sugar content ऐसा ही. Better transport. Shall we? While copy communicated out, you ask me, huh?
Yes, sir.
You are too good. Okay. Completed everyone? Okay. So look, the problems are given. Southward migration दिया ना? ये actual questions आता है. There is a tendency for the mills to shift, underline, and concentrate in southern and western, especially Maharashtra. First line में ही है. First line में ही है. Maharashtra के आगे put an arrow mark. You write GR. What is GR? That's what we are moving now. The cane produced, underline.
GVR.
GVR, V क्या है? The cane produce, underline, higher sucrose, cooler climate. इसको third point बना लो, a longer crushing season. So what does this crushing season means actually?
Sugarcane is harvested and being crushed.
Where it is crushed? देखो normally your sugarcane juice वाला starts that particular machine whatever, and then you do kushti with that particular cane. I really have a pity with the cane. मतलब भैया छोड़ देना उसको, नहीं और एक ग्लास निकालूंगा उसमें से. फिर हम लोग देखते हैं, फिर उसका हाथ, फिर वो मक्खी चलते चलेंगे छोटे-छोटे. Seldomly I have seen we have a sugarcane crushing machine which is very neat and clean. देखा है वो मशीन को? एक छोटा सा हाँ स्टील का रहता है ढक्कन जैसा, उसमें केन को डाल दो, वो मशीन अपने आप अंदर ले लेता है. No need to touch it also. And it crushes, filters, and only that बाट से ना पीछे के साइड से देखते जाए, and सामने ग्लास रखते हैं. ये मशीन मैंने पहली बार अपने लाइफ में कोयम्बटूर में देखा. उसके बाद इंडिया में बॉम्बे में भी देखा, hardly in restaurant. And you know what is one glass of sugarcane juice where I drank? It is 150 rupees. फिर मुझे अपना भैया वाला याद आता है, हाँ जूस चाहिए है ना? फिर मक्खी हाँ कितना? सर धोया अभी धोया सर कितना 20? I have forgotten all the unhygienic things, but I remember that 20. But when that fellow comes in, he brings beautifully. Yes, sir. So good. Stop. How much is the bill? 21. Anna, you go to a sugar factory. I'll show you the videos. How it is made, you will forget eating the sugar. Especially वो जो चाशनी बनाता है ना, वो कपड़ा इतना गंदा पहना रहता है ना? लोग गुड़ बन के आते हैं, पॉयसन जाके देख वो गुड़ कैसा लगता है, पाए का फिर आसन करके बाकी जाएगा. And the one that you and me, मैं तो मिनिमम करता हूँ, आप लोग भी मैं भी करता हूँ. वड़ा पाव, you know, वड़ा is चलो made in that oil. Some people told me सर उसमें lubricant oil भी डालता है वो, हाँ इंजन ऑयल. And वो ऑयल जो सुबह से शाम तक तलता है, नेक्स्ट दिन भी वही तलता है. कभी-कभी बीच में मन करेगा तो 1 लीटर डाल दो. And you know why does that pav is known as pav? हाँ बेकरी में आप जाके देख, हाँ she is correct. उसको पाव से वो आटा गूंथते हैं.
हर एक टाइप का ब्रेड भी पाव से.
हाँ और एक दो जन नहीं ऐसा रूम करके वो आटा डाला रहता है, कम से कम 10 जन उसमें चलते हैं. अरे उसीलिए तो पाव बनता है. एकदम घी लगा के ये लो सर पाव है. किसका पाव है? ये सब 10 लोग का पाव है. सब लोग. एंड आप तो फिर ये पानी पूरी आप इज गर्ल्स फेवरेट. और ये मैंने देखा जेंट्स भी करते हैं. वो बेचारा वो लाइन में खड़ा भैया और एकदम
Sir, is cigarette message.
Once Uddhav Thackeray company has caught certain North Indian bhaiyas in the Kalapalli area where they are found to be urinating in the water of the pani puri and supply. अरे उसीलिए तो वो थाना एरिया में उनको मार के भगाया। अभी कस्टमर खड़ा है और पानी खत्म हो गया, बेचारा वो डब्बा लेके पी। एंड सबसे बड़ा शॉक क्या था, वो लड़की बोली भैया वो पानी पूरी बहुत अच्छा था। मैंने बोला अच्छा, हाँ बहुत टेस्टी है, कौन सा पानी मिक्स किया? रुको मैडम 10 मिनट निकालता हूँ। हाँ ये सब इंडिया में होता है। नहीं यू कैन ईट इन अ प्रॉपर वे, बट वो धोता किधर है, उसका हाथ ग्लव्स डालो, प्रॉपर डालो, वो नहीं है। वो बोला अच्छा टेस्ट है। एंड द अदर वन, आई थिंक मोमोज मैंने जिंदगी में एक ही बार खाया, वो मेरा 12th का स्टूडेंट हो। आपने नहीं खाया? नहीं खाया, खाना ही पड़ेगा। बोला मैं नहीं खाता, नहीं खाओ, इसी को मोमोज बोलते हैं। बोला हाँ ठीक है। इन दिल्ली for last 2 weeks the dogs in that local area were missing one by one. रुको स्टोरी अभी स्टार्ट हो रहा है। And that famous momos wala was located just opposite of that Delhi school. तो जब भी लोग चिकन का वो मोमोज खाता था, they used to say chicken is very tasty, some new taste of chicken. उसका हाँ सर मैं बाहर से चिकन लाता हूँ। तो जब कोई फूड ऑफिसर ने रेड मारा, मालूम पड़ा वो पूरा कुत्ता को काट काट के वो छोटे छोटे पीसेस में भरता था, उसलिए कुत्ता गायब होता था। ये मसाला का बात करता हूँ, जैसे इसने बोला ये लाल मिर्ची, दीगा लाल, मीठा लाल, कौन सा लाल पता नहीं। हाँ, they crush the powder of this one brick and they add it into that. तो इंडिया ने अडल्ट्रेशन, इंडिया ने अडल्ट्रेशन के लिए तो गोल्ड मेडल भी देगा, फिर भी कम है। दिल्ली का मैं दूध का कंपनी बाद में बोलता हूँ, they were supplying milk which was जाग भरा दूध and people were very happy. इतना जाग आता है, इतना जाग आता है। जब रेट मालूम पड़ा तो उसमें एरियल और शैम्पू डाल के दूध मिक्स कर रहा था। अब ये आजकल वो ऐड आता है ना, कौन सा कंट्री डिलाइट, मुझे तो डाउट आता है, इतना मलाई आता है, इतना मलाई, ये मलाई का कंपनी है या दूध बेच रहा है ना? हाउ मच मलाई इट इज कमिंग फॉर हाफ नॉट फॉर बेगिंग। ऐसा है। वन ऑफ माय फ्रेंड इज अ दिस फेलो रेसलर, उसका जो चाचा थे ये वाला ब्रेन हैमरेज, एक दिन में बंदा 7-7 लीटर दूध पीता था। एंड इट वाज ऑल दैट जर्सी वाला काउ, यू नो जर्सी काउ डजंट हैव द हम्प, व्हेयरएज इंडियन काउ जो 1.5 लीटर देता है दिन में, उसको अमेरिकन्स लेके चले गए, और जर्सी जो दिन में 20 लीटर देता है वो हमको दिया। इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या था, जर्सी मिल्क is highly poisonous if you drink more than quantity, so he is in a brain hemorrhage bed now. Whereas that 1 liter का जो दूध है ना, it is very very healthy for you and me. and ये जितना भी आप लोग शुद्ध घी खाता है, जो येलो कलर का है, काऊ का जो बोन है ना, उसको मेल्ट करके उसके अंदर का जो मैरो उसको मिक्स करते हैं, तब जाके वो येलोइश एंड एकदम क्या दानेदार घी बनता है।
Sorry to say on this.
खाना
नहीं खाओ।